What can you give for advice though for the people that are in that I can't eat mode? And even if they have opportunities or don't have opportunities and have the passion, but don't have any success, where can they go right then? You know what I mean? Because it's degrading. It feels horrible. Do you have any advice?
A big example of that would be like somebody who's trying to be an actor. You
Hmm.
know, it's you have to be, which I wanted to be as a kid too. And then I lacked the passion to pound the pavement, to go to the auditions and the go-sees and deal with the rejection. And luckily, in the position I'm in now, I've made 12 movies and co-starred on different shows, and I'm fulfilling that little void that I had. So I'm very lucky that I got to do that thing. But what I have to recommend them is you have to believe in yourself, but I'll get back to it again. Set a time goal for yourself. And you also have to survive, and you've got to take a job that will allow you to pursue that endeavor. If you're trying to pursue developing a product, then sit down and again, the opportunity call, they're very, everything in life is very simple. What people make the mistake of doing is they complicate it by thinking they got to create originality again. I mean, in Hollywood, there's 15 plots and 150 ways to tell each story, barring any historical reference. In business, what changes business? Well, the internet changed business, email changed business, fax machines are obsolete. You adapt in business, you adapt to change, but business is still the same.
Give us tips on sales then and motivating your team because there's a lot of people that actually are newer, right? Leaders, right? They have a couple, 5, 10 employees and they're trying to like handle it all and be nice, but like get them to do what they need to do.
Well, in your business, if you're teaching other people, the proper way, in my opinion, is what I've found is A, you need to be the best. You need to be the example setter for that company. If you're going to teach somebody how to sell your product, then you better be able to sell your product yourself. Okay? Unless you're hiring somebody to come in and be your VP of sales, and they'll assume that position. So whoever's the one in charge of teaching your people should be a role model to those people, whether it's the secretary teaching the secretary, or whether it's the VP of marketing teaching upcoming people in marketing, or whether it's the head salesman, sales manager teaching the salesman. It's like you don't want to have somebody reviewing your movie that never made a movie. I'd rather they understand what it's like to make a movie. So the other thing is when you're teaching your people, whatever the endeavor in your business is, keep it simple. I really believe that theory. Keep it simple, Susan. Keep it simple, Sam, so they understand. But teach them how to teach others how to teach. In other words, the secret of success, we all know, is delegation. Micromanaging and doing everything 100% yourself, which I've been a victim of too in my past, is not going to get you where you want to get. You got to let go your ego, train properly, and duplicate yourself. So delegation is very key. The other thing is that in my companies, what I've found, and this can be adapted to other companies too, I believe everybody should work for a carrot. In other words, salary is great. Okay. If you give somebody 4 hours to do an 8 hour job, they will get it done if it means their job. If you give them 8 hours to do a 4 hour job, they will stretch it out for that 8 hours. Okay. That's just the nature of the beast. That's human nature. So, in order to control that, you need to be in constant contact and communication with your people. Businesses and relationships are very similar in one respect. Neither one is going to work out without proper communication. The reason I can hold that octagon and do what I do, as you asked me earlier, is because A, I've been passionate, and it's almost like a long marriage for me to keep it going. Now you can ask me if I've ever been married, and no, I haven't. I've never been married, but I've almost been divorced twice. So, it's the two girls I would have married. So, but if I found a woman that was as loyal to me as that octagon is to me and my experiences in it 38 times a year, I'd have a 20-year marriage. It's all good. But you need to communicate with people, and I believe in carrots. It's one thing to give a salary, but it's nothing to walk over to them and pat that person on the back and tell them they've done a good job. Now, I don't mean every day to where they think, oh, it's just another pat on the back from the boss. But I mean, when something's done, reward people and reward them with, whether it's something simple like pizzas for the office on a Friday or whatever, let them know they're part of a team, right? There's nothing worse than alienating your employees.